Hey everybody,
I'm Sam.
I'm Caleb.
and I'm Will,
And we are
Working Title.
How's the song go?
Guys, we are back for a Death Note. This is episode 5, Tactics. Last on, he did a great plan to get a druggie to die.
Nice.
And to learn the name of the FBI.
Double nice.
Crazy Riz. Guys, if you like this video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below if you're enjoying these Death Note reactions. You can also support us over on Patreon, get early access for these episodes, and check out some of the other stuff we got going on at the time you're seeing these. Make sure you go and support this show, as well as come back and support your boys after watching that content. We are going to punch it. Bah! And now I will subject you guys to watch this again.
Me too. I like it.
You know what's crazy? I hated this one, but just because of being with you guys, I
love it.
I think you only love it because it's funny.
No, I like it.
Hey, but that's a legitimate reason for liking something.
I like it because YouTube enjoy it so much, but I hate it because the song's bad and I don't like it.
I mean, I wouldn't listen to this on my own, I don't think. But I can't lie and say I will remember this song.
Oh, for sure.
I will not forget this song.
Wait, did you see that one? He looked like an egg. Pause it.
You look like an egg!
No, literally.
Where? I want to see it.
Right there.
Oh my god.
It's like an egg crocodile.
It's like an egg with
Please
like...
tell me we get to see each of these at some point.
Well, I think the one in the
Silly.
top.
I see the golden skeleton.
Yeah.
Is a dragon looking? And
That one looks like Sephiroth from Final Fantasy.
Sure.
And let's see what else we
Sure.
got. Look at that one.
Why are you judging me?
Look at that one. He's wearing Guts' helmet.
Yeah.
It's not Guts' helmet.
It looks kind of like it.
No,
it
look at the one in
doesn't.
the back.
It
Look at the
does.
alien in the back.
Alien.
Alright.
Sorry.
Actually, start the song over again. I want to hear it again.
Oh, you got it.
Motherfucker.
Okay, we're skipping it. Episode 5, it's Tactics.
That's all I had to do was irritate Sam.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's dead. What happened to him?
Listen carefully. I came to Japan as part of a secret investigation, so the local police can't find out that
I understand. I promise I won't tell anyone that I met you, and of course, that includes my father.
well, then, please excuse me.
Imagine he forgets his name. He's like, fuck, I gotta do something else
Just as
now.
I thought. It's obvious that he doesn't suspect me. And as for the police, I'm sure they'll treat this as just another...
Well, see, he does know that he
unfortunate
doesn't
accident.
suspect them.
But now he has a trump card, maybe.
He does, yeah. Who the fuck is this?
Let's actually make this up.
Hey, welcome back.
The bus I was on got hijacked, if you can believe it.
A bus jacking?
Some junkie robbed a bank 2 days ago, and I guess he wanted to try taking on a bus today. And in the end, the guy freaked out, jumped off the bus, and got hit by a car.
Did he die?
Yeah.
Is she a
probably.
Kira
I couldn't
follower?
really stick around to see what happened to him.
You know, it's a little hard to believe that was all a coincidence, don't you think?
Oh no, another genius has entered the
Think
fold.
about it. You got on that bus because you were investigating someone, right? And now you're telling me that this criminal is most likely dead. Doesn't that suggest that you...
That's enough. Look, darling, you and I know you used to be one of the best agents in the FBI, but now you're my fiance now, and we talked about this. You're not an agent anymore, so just leave it alone.
Bro, she's probably better than you.
It sounds already
It's
like
pretty
it.
obvious that she's
The
better than
Kita
you.
case, and you wouldn't do anything dangerous. Anyway, once we have a few kids running around, you'll probably be so busy you'll forget you were ever an agent.
Nah,
Christ,
you are gonna stay home.
Oh, let me guess. You're about to write down the name of that agent, aren't you? The one from the bus.
No.
Not yet. I'm gonna wait 1 week before writing his name. In the meantime, I think I'll use some of those inmates I've been keeping alive to play around with Elle a little more.
Harold. Another victim. This one left what appears to be
I
a
love that.
suicide.
Where is he?
Please, send it to me. Gods of Death. L, do you know? Gods of Death.
Okay.
Is he trying to tell us that gods of death exist?
Watari.
I like how he's just screwing with him.
Oh,
we
keeping him
skipped
distracted.
Christmas? Yeah, this is not important for
This place is crawling with humans. Are you gonna do it
Why
here?
does he stand there?
Let's just say you're about to see the results of all the research and experiments I've been doing. For the last 2
He's
years.
so funny.
Experiments? Yeah. I've been using known criminals who live in this part of town to test out different killing
It's so
methods.
stupid. He's cosplaying as normal person.
For example, if I write a cause of death and the circumstances leading up to it, I can add a name afterwards and it'll still happen.
Oh.
Even I didn't know that one. He's here. Right on time.
Oh, hey, Light. What's up, man? There's no way.
Mr. Ray Penber. Turn around and you're dead. I am Kira. That's right. Don't turn around or put your hands in your pockets. I won't hesitate to kill you here.
Kira.
It couldn't be. This voice. I've heard it somewhere.
But first, I'm gonna prove to you that I'm Kira. Do you see the man working over there at the coffee shop?
Bro, there's no way.
That's right, the one sweeping the floor. I'm gonna kill him just for you.
But how? Don't do it.
I'm afraid I had no choice but to kill him. I figured if I didn't kill at least one person, you wouldn't believe me. Although that man has been repeatedly charged with sexual assault, he's managed to avoid conviction every time due to lack of evidence. He was a menace to society. He got what he deserved. I'm sure you care more about your loved ones than any of these people here. Imagine how you'd feel if one of them was killed just because you refused to cooperate. I think you should consider them the real hostages at the moment.
How do you know about her?
You seem surprised. I've been investigating you. And if you don't do exactly as I say, she will die.
Dude,
and so will the rest
there
of
is
them,
no way.
including you.
He's so
And that's the
ballsy.
promise.
I understand. Just tell me what you need me to do.
I see you've got your laptop with you. I want the files containing the identities of all the FBI agents who came to Japan.
I do not have my
Oh my god.
It's the one I use for work, but I don't have the files you're looking for.
All right. And take this envelope.
A transceiver. This thing looks like a toy. But there'll be no record of this transmission anywhere. And it allows us to converse from a close distance, even underground. You really thought this through.
Now get on the Yamanote line. Inner or outer route. It doesn't matter which direction you take.
Bro. I cannot believe he's so ballsy to get right on
means
him.
I'll be watching you.
Shibuya.
Bro even found a random dude at the perfect distance to challenge this guy just to prove he's Kira.
How many FBI agents are currently in Japan?
I believe it's 4 teams, 3 agents per team, for a total of 12.
Okay. Now take the papers out of the envelope.
What is this?
Of those 12 agents you mentioned, I want you to write down the name of your superior, the one who's heading up this investigation, in the space at the very top of the page.
Let's face it, he hasn't really left me any choice. Besides, it's not like he can kill them using just their names.
Next, take out your laptop and turn it on.
Any minute now, your boss is going to send you a message with a file attachment. It contains the names and photos of all the FBI agents currently active in Japan.
This is...
Now, one by one, you're
Oh,
going
it's
to
like I
write
look
each
like,
photo, and then write that agent's
Pablo
name in the
Escobar
space.
in the middle.
You're going to do this for each agent.
If he's got the names already, why use me?
Wait, are those Shinigami pages and he's writing on the death note they already ripped out? Oh, because it's covered. It's covered the murder part.
Looks like you're done.
Now put the transceiver and all the papers back into the original envelope and place them on the rack directly above your head.
After that, you're going to stay in your seat and ride the train for at least another 30 minutes. When you are absolutely certain that nobody will notice you leaving without the envelope, you can get off the train.
I know that voice. Why on earth can't I remember who it belongs to?
I wonder if it could be like, you're not gonna remember my name, like something like that.
Yeah. Well, 4:41. I'm pretty sure the time we wrote
Who are you?
was like 5 p.m.
Okay.
Or no shot. Is gonna give him the satisfaction. Yeah, he is.
Yagami! Farewell, Ray Penber.
Did we even get to the halfway mark?
No! Bro.
Okay, well, I was gonna bring that up in the post talk, but in the intro, his wife's holding him. That's like the woman in the intro told him. I was like, oh, okay. As soon as they introduced his wife.
He was actually signing a death warrant for all of his colleagues. As for Penber's boss, he died of a heart attack after sending all of his agents a file. And the other 11 investigators?
Jesus Christ.
They all died of
They
heart
were
attacks
death
after
notes.
receiving the same file.
Halfway mark. FBI is dead.
Wow. That was perfect. That was like the most well orchestrated way to murder them all.
But now he's moved on to killing innocent people.
Well, they're hunting him. They're not innocent.
No, they are innocent. They're doing their job.
Not innocent to him.
They are stopping crime as well.
It's me. I've got a report in front of me right now stating that
All of our agents
America.
in Japan are dead.
it's already decided. We're calling off our investigation.
Oh!
Yes, sir.
Hell, I just got off the phone with the director of the FBI. According to him, it seems that you arranged for the FBI to come to Japan and investigate everyone here associated with the task force.
Yes, I did.
So how do you explain this? Are we now suspects in our own investigation?
Well, certainly all
I felt
got
that it
whacked,
was necessary to
Yup.
uncover Kira's identity.
I cannot accept that. I find it unbelievable that you would spy on us. We have another victim. A note was found at the scene.
L. Do you know Gods of Death?
What's the next
Walk
part?
Among Us.
Love apples.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Damn you, Kira.
Damn you. You traitor.
You traitor.
He's dead.
Oh, that's really sad.
He's dead. No,
She's coming out of retirement, boys.
He was murdered by Kira.
I figured you're going to find out sooner or later, so I might as well tell you now. I don't want you to be alarmed. I'm sure you've heard of this Kira investigation. Well, I'm currently in charge of it.
What? Are you serious? That's totally awesome, Dad. You're the best cop ever.
Kira's so
That's not
cool.
quite the point I'm trying to make. You see, the truth is, the FBI sent 12 of their agents to Japan to assist us in finding Kira, and all of them died yesterday.
Does that mean they were all killed by Kira?
What?
I hate his innocent
What I'm saying
voice.
is
You
there's
can
a chance
tell
that
when
Kira
he's...
will actually try
Wow.
to kill anyone who comes after him.
So you
His
mean
crimes are
The
ruthless.
They're all
super
dead.
badass Kira killed them?
I could never forgive myself if I walked away from this. I will not sit back and let evil triumph.
But
man.
Dad, you... Please, dear.
I think it's honorable of you, Dad.
Shut
I'm
up.
proud to be able to call you
No,
my
because that's
father.
his, like, line.
That's his
Anything
cover
should ever
as
happen
well.
to you, I'm going to find Kira and make sure he gets executed.
That's all that's left.
Squad.
And then
The crack
Homeboy.
team.
5 men, huh? Well, 6, including myself. Still, I'm grateful to see that there are as many as 5 of you willing to risk your lives to face evil.
The fact that you've chosen to stay means you have a strong sense of justice. I trust all of you.
Huh? Hold on a second. El just said that he's decided to trust us now. But honestly, what reason do we have to trust him?
All of us have agreed to put our lives at risk to bring Kira to justice. So I hope you understand what this means. We're really sticking our necks out here.
But you never have to show your face, do you? You just give the orders. I don't see how you can expect us to work alongside you under those conditions.
That's a fair point.
Hell,
Yep.
if all of us are going to work together on this investigation, and if you truly meant what you said about trusting the 6 of us, could you come here so we can all meet in person?
There we go.
The thought had already crossed my mind. After all, I did say that I trusted all of you.
Yeah.
Why is he seeking our help now? There's only 6 of us. He solved all these difficult cases by himself in the past, so what makes this one so different?
From the beginning, he's been very upfront about the fact that he would need the help of the police on this case. Perhaps we should think of it like he's been waiting for this to happen all along.
Why would he do something like that?
There were a number of people on the task force who distrusted El before this investigation began, and once we got started, we had detectives resigning left and right. Following that,
He was
classified
weeding out
information
the
was
trash.
leaked. So I'm not surprised that he didn't trust us.
He needs true soldiers.
If we're working with that guy, I'm leaving the task force.
Except
you don't
him.
have to worry. I won't try to follow you. I'm not interested in finding L.
Well, another one down.
Well, I think we can trust Al, so I'd be willing to cooperate with him on this investigation.
Connie.
I was gonna say, it looks like Connie with a little point. We could trust him.
Gotta love it.
I like Al. He's cool.
To a hotel at the moment, but I'll be switching hotels every few days from this point on. I want you to think of these hotel rooms as the de facto headquarters of this investigation. If this arrangement is acceptable to all of you, then split into 2 groups. Please arrange it so you're all here at midnight.
He's barefoot.
Since we're getting closer to each other in equal steps, I'll make my first public appearance as L. If you ever manage to find out about these secret meetings, I'm sure you'd feel compelled to move in. That's what I'm counting on. I've been quite active over these last few days. Think carefully. Was there anything I missed? And what comes next? There are endless possibilities. The real battle is only just beginning.
This feels like the halfway mark. 5 episodes in.
It's unlocked. Please, let yourself in.
Oh man. Time for them to see who L actually is.
Barefoot and all. Put those grippers away, son. He like shakes their hand with his gross little
He's like,
feet.
hello.
Hello, sir. I trust all of you with my life.
You must touch my feet for us to become true.
You must grip the hobbit toes.
Alright. That is episode 5, Tactics.
Tactics.
And the tactics have continued to play out. Ray Pember introduced as quickly as he departed from this show.
Surprise.
Caleb with the great eyes even picked it up in the intro.
Poor Ray.
Yeah. I was nervous when I was asking about the intro, because then I noticed that shot like last time we recorded, and I was like, why did I bring that up?
Oh yeah.
Because I didn't think in my mind that the couple was going to be introduced right thereafter.
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the characters in the show are pretty generic looking, so like I when we got introduced to his boo thing, or rather Light's date, I thought that she might have been either the one that stands in the rain or the one that was carrying the body. I didn't know.
Yeah, she's more of a standout than I think the husband was.
Oh yeah,
for sure. It's the long hair. Yeah. Well, we saw that Light didn't go too far with the manipulation of Ray Pember as I might have hinted at as a probability. He's no longer useful.
Yes.
Well,
he went for the short long con instead of the long con.
Yeah.
So sorry, never mind. I always want to jump to really far ahead. Just go ahead. You can.
Well, I was gonna say with that, I suggested there might have been use that we could have gotten out of Ray Pember for being an FBI guy, but instead, he went for the short option, which is eliminate the FBI.
Yeah.
And how do you do that? Well, first you got to get the guy that would know the info. So
yeah. And I mean the balls. The audacity,
the gumption
of Kira Light, just like right there, like he didn't hesitate. That's a crazy thing. I like how he was like, I'm gonna wait a week, but like he did the like most risky thing he could have done. I mean, I guess in reality, like he said, he could have, because he could pre-write the deaths and then write the name, that if the guy ran from him, he could just write it as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
But I mean, how quick can the death note? How quick can he be with his death note versus like a phone call? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's so freaking clever. It irks me, but it's also so impressive at the same time. Yeah, I mean, to initiate the interaction you show the level of strength he got. So he gets up behind him, does the bold move of coming out in the clear, calling his name out, even though he, as we saw in the episode, the guy almost recognized his name. Though, to be fair, he only had a little window of time to try to think of the name, the voice is what I meant, and I'm sure maybe under the pressure he would forget, but there was that week, and he would have, I assume, talked to other people in Japan in that point in time. And then does, like I said, the strength play, kills a guy, which, I like that it wasn't even just a random person.
Yeah.
It's also him showing the whole reason he's been doing this, even though behind the scenes we know he's killing innocent people. He's showing that this is what it's about. This is what it's about. This is what you're getting in the way of. When in reality, it's not about just killing bad people. It's that you're trying to be a god and you can't do that as a person.
Yeah.
But there he is, being God. And so I was trying to remember, why was it that he had to, even though he had the laptop already of all the FBI, why did he just not write the names himself?
They had to see the faces.
Yeah. But I guess it's because Light is it that Light, and this is just my confusion on it, is it because that was all of the FBI agents and he just wanted to know which ones were in Japan? I thought on the laptop it was specifically the ones with the case.
Yeah, it was the 12 that were in Japan, plus he had him write the supervisor's name.
Okay, so that was the extra step. So he had to go through and look for other people?
Yeah, he needed to find the rest of the FBI agents. Because that was I thought about it last episode, to me it would make more sense not just to kill the FBI agent that's calling Light, because that's going to make it obvious it's Light. He should kill all of them, so everybody's still under suspicion. It doesn't tip off anybody who it could possibly be, which is what he did with this. My confusion is he got... Oh, you know what? Never mind.
What?
Okay, I was like, how did he get the supervisor to email all that stuff immediately?
Yeah.
But the way he did it was, the first thing he said was, okay, in the first box, write down your supervisor. Mm-hmm. And so he probably, in the blurb, said, go email Ray Pember the picture and names of all the FBI agents working. After that, you'll have a heart attack within 15 minutes or something. And then he said, because once he wrote the name, he said, okay, now open your laptop and look at all the people that are on there and write each of their names down on the list.
Yeah.
So, I guess in that moment, that means that Homeboy became a Death Note user too, as well.
Yeah.
Because he was holding the papers and writing them down. Because Light doesn't see the names, he gets the other guy to do them.
So does that mean that Ray Pember is also doomed to never go to heaven or hell?
I think so.
I guess we'll have to
fucked up.
Put a footnote in that, because that guy just got cursed.
Yeah, because he was holding the pages of the Death Note.
Yeah.
But they were covered.
But he wrote on them, too.
Yeah.
He was the one that saw the pictures of the FBI agents, so he was the one that actively did the murder.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And they had to get him to recognize the eyes and make sure that's who he was thinking of when they're writing those names. Because they made that distinction about a celebrity that might have the same name as a random citizen.
You have to think about the person.
Yep.
Yeah.
So maybe that debunks my theory from last episode about him getting the memories of all the dead people.
Because he probably
would have freaked out and been like,
it's Light
Yagami and he's killed this certain amount of people.
Yeah.
So I guess I was possibly wrong. Oh well.
But yeah, I just, it's impressive the extent that some man can go when given that extra level of power, because I couldn't do a single thing on this. I'm not even close to the level of intelligence that the people on this screen are operating in.
Yeah, I mean, not just the character level too, but the author for writing, coming up with this stuff. This is really, really and it's not dumb, clever stuff that we would have. I know some of the stuff that we've been oh, that's what he's doing right now. You know what I mean? When he was writing down the names, I'm why is he writing down the names? And then I saw. The boxes.
Yeah.
And then I was wait, he just said in the beginning of the episode he can write down the description and then write that. But just to even like come up with that of like that's a tactic to do.
It's
Like the
so
author
ridiculous.
is almost showing the same like level of genius as Light and L in this, which is pretty fucking cool.
It's pretty impressive, honestly. It still blows me away.
Yeah.
Even the pacing too, that we're still working at. I will say that the past 2 episodes are definitely slower in terms of how much progress we've made compared to where the first ones are. But I think it's because those were like the prologue to where the gritty stuff is getting to. Because we haven't seen really L much in the past 2 episodes, and obviously where it's shaping up, things are going to condense, and even how L operates, things
change.
The playing field of who Kira has limited even more so because the FBI agents are dead.
So now we know it was somebody that was stalking the families.
Yeah, and even if that's just a Kira play to try to throw L off even more, that's obviously where the story's going to next because that is the most immediate thing the police are probably going to be investigating.
Yeah.
And not only them, this woman who is a professional...
now a third party, a former special agent.
And supposedly top of her class.
Yeah.
And she has taken a back step. We never know why, at least not yet, but it seemed like they wanted to settle her down. Perhaps she got into too dangerous of scenarios and he wants her to just help build a family.
Be the homebody. I mean, the other thing too, I actually like that the pacing is slowed down because I like my one concern was like, bro, like if we're gonna get to the gist of it within 3 episodes, this show better have a crazy turn of what the plot is really of the show, like some type of supernatural fighting god or whatever, some bigger scheme than just L versus Kira, but them taking a step back and slowing down, I'm like, okay, we're not rushing through this. And I don't want them to rush through it. You know what I mean? I think this story is, like, phenomenal of, like, where we're at. And the end of this episode, too, makes me feel like the game is now actually starting. Like, in the beginning, it was kind of like, it was more, to me, now, it's almost like L was just, like, jawing with Light. And now it's like, okay, now I'm like really here. Like now the real investigating is going to begin.
And we'll have to keep an eye out on the wife for sure because she is now starting her
own investigation.
Her own little investigation, and Light's not aware of it, and nor is Elle. So she is a contender, not even under the radar, which is not a luxury that either Kira nor Elle have, even though they are both anonymous to one another right now. Though it looks like that is getting a little bit closer because L's he's going to be making an appearance, and it's a little jumping ahead. But other than that, before we get to that, we are seeing some of the fruits of plans played out in earlier episodes because the deception has begun amongst the police and L. Many of them have backed out, almost out of spite. Out of spite because the FBI were brought in because of L.
Yeah.
And the Americans called it out. They called it quits already.
Nope. No more agents are dying for this.
They are out of this equation.
No.
So.
I mean, in fairness, at this point, it's not currently their problem yet.
Nope.
Because Kira is only a Japan problem.
Yeah. And I'm sure all they've lost is criminals.
Yeah, that's
so,
true.
Oh no. We would have probably murdered them in their sleep anyway.
Yeah. And the good news, or the good news too, is like everything's working out for L. I mean, if it did really play out like Chief Yagami is thinking, that they all, like this whole process of like not trusting in the police force was to find the people that he could trust, but also like sniff out. Like he was finding, there's two reasons as to why he did everything. Like he was trying to sniff out Kira and see if he could find him, but also like let's just bring the homeboy or like bring the true detectives into this.
And they are all very green in appearance. They all look very young. Not a lot of them look like they're Chief Yagami's age.
Yeah, they don't look grizzled and super experienced. They're just dedicated.
I mean, you saw little Connie, you saw the long-haired guy, little Shaggy that we've been following, who's obviously young in the voice, and the other two, the other three,
the
other two that
fro.
stayed,
Yeah.
the fro guy and the big balky guy. They all look young, and then Mr. Untrustworthy or not trusting, bounced pretty quickly. But I wonder, what was the point of going outside? Was it just to let them talk amongst themselves to see how much they really trust with each other?
I think it was.
Yeah, I didn't understand why the fuck they went outdoors.
I think it was so that like
talk in private.
The laptop dude, Matari or whatever, Watari, and L could stay in the room, and they could go out and go have a powwow outside, figure out what you really think.
Do you guys really align with one another in what you want to go do?
Because then when they came back in, or when they were done, that's when they got the instructions that he's going to be switching hotels every few days, and that they can come in 30-minute increments of 2 people at a time.
I have to ask you, would you trust the random computer guy? I know we're not police and we're not functional to that, but it's like Afrojack said, you're safe. You don't make appearances. We are on the front line. And then there's the other thing where L is now coming out to be visually present, supposedly to them.
Yeah, I mean,
we haven't gotten to see the interaction, but supposedly that's what's going to be happening.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of impossible to trust this person because, I mean, other than him being other than him having notoriety for catching and closing big cases internationally, he's really done everything he could to stab him or not stab him in the back, but not be helpful and be part of the team. He was, and he's doing his due diligence, being sus of everybody from the moment he's set foot in the area. But I don't know, it's something about it just wouldn't feel right, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I really wonder how this would naturally play out in real life because, the show is the show, so. They try to make sense of a scenario that can't ever happen because we do not, as far as I'm aware, we do not have Shinigami. But how long would it really take for? And hey, I don't know. Maybe the governments know more than we know, so perhaps they would jump on cases like this if they know about supernatural things. But at what point do you really start to consider that heart attacks across the globe are as a result of one single person and not a airborne disease or any other thing that you could list before coming to a serial killer when there's no visual signs or biological signs of someone else's influence?
I mean, the only thing was that they were all criminals and they were all dying.
And they were all reported on the local news originally.
Yeah.
Or Japanese news or whatever.
Yeah. Well, even before L finds out about it, because he, of course, figured out the whole local news thing. But if you're an officer and it's okay, we must have a vigilante going around killing people because only criminals are dying and they're all dying in random places, but it's all a heart attack every single time.
It just blows my mind because Kira has never made an audible or visual presentation. It is all forums and 4chans of people just coming up with this idea of they, the great they out there that is coming to take us with mercy or lack of mercy. So. It's just bizarre.
Yeah.
If anything, I feel I would be saying it's L. That's who I'd be accusing right off the bat. This mysterious guy coming in, he's notorious as can be with cases that no one else can figure out, and yet there's this guy who is insinuating there is a person.
For sure, yeah. I mean, to me, that also is a possibility. I guess the only problem is other than him doing it for a big game, why would you know what I mean? Why would you get involved in that way?
Yeah. I'm not sure. That's why I said I think I like L because I'm not in the show, but I feel I'd be the Afro guy. I'd be very pissed off.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because you're playing chess and we're your pawns.
Yeah.
You're saying back and letting us be the sacrifice plays so you can figure out how to win.
Yep. But. Are you guys excited? We're going to be seeing L potentially in the show.
Yes, I want to see him finally. I'm sick of seeing him behind a computer screen. I want him sitting barefoot on the ground in darkness, just talking to a screen. I'm sick of that. I want interaction.
I wanted to know what his little computer room was. It just looked like a prison cell or one of those rooms. Yeah, a psych ward. And they just put him in the middle of a metal room.
The cushion room. He's actually.
I will be staying in hotels, but all the hotels look like that.
He has a straitjacket on. They're hey man.
I needed to free my hand so I can play with I can get on Discord with my police friends.
That is the average Discord mod right there.
I think they're both different. Light and L are both different extremes of Discord mod.
The righteous, the justice.
The snitch and the monster.
Oh my god.
That's awful.
Oh man. Yeah, I think the girl though is definitely going to be the wild card that could break this whole thing open.
Yeah.
I hope that, and you know, I'll say it makes me a little nervous because I've never heard anyone talk about this girl. I've never heard people like talk about the show particularly, anyways. But of course, you know who Ryuk, Light, and L are.
You know the big three.
Yeah. So I really want her to be like the centerpiece that really like makes this unfold. But I also just am doubtful. Like I feel like she's gonna die. Like
she's gonna die next episode.
Hey, Ray Palmer got introduced and then he died.
Pember,
to Mrs. Pember's credit, we do got a lot of other characters that might not be on the big group's levels of intellect, but we might see them come to better understanding of how to play this master chess game. But we'll have to see if they are good at playing chess.
Yeah.
Battery's about to die. Guys, if you like this video, make sure you leave a like on it. Thank you for showing your support already. We appreciate all the help for getting these out there, so check out the Patreon as well if you want to get early access. We'll see you in the next video. Hope you have a great night or day or afternoon. Punch it! Pow!